നമ്മുടെ നാടിന് ഏറ്റുവാങ്ങേണ്ടി വന്ന ദുരന്തങ്ങൾ, അതോടൊപ്പം കോവിഡ് മഹാമാരി ഉണ്ടാക്കിയ പുറകോട്ടടി, ഇത്തരമൊരു ഘട്ടത്തിൽ നാടിന് ഉണർവ് നൽകാൻ കഴിയുന്നുവെന്നത് അങ്ങേയറ്റം പ്രത്യേകതയുള്ളൊരു കാര്യം തന്നെയാണ്. അനുകൂലിക്കുന്നവരുണ്ടാകാം, എതിർക്കുന്നവരുണ്ടാകാം. അതൊന്നും ഇതിലൊരു പ്രശ്നമല്ല. ഈ അനുകൂലിക്കലും എതിർക്കലും ഒക്കെ തെരഞ്ഞെടുപ്പിൻ്റെ ഘട്ടത്തിലാണ്. പിന്നെ നാടിൻ്റെ വികസനം ഉറപ്പുവരുത്തുക എന്താണ് ജനങ്ങൾ അധികാരത്തിലേറ്റിയ സർക്കാരിൻ്റെ ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാന കടമ. അത് ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു വിഭാഗത്തിന് ആസ്വദിക്കാനുള്ളതല്ല, നാടിനാകെ ആസ്വദിക്കാനുള്ളതാണ്.
കോവിഡ്-19 ആശങ്ക വേണ്ട, ജാഗ്രതയോടെ നേരിടാം. വെല്ലൂർ CMCയിലെ ക്ലിനിക്കൽ വൈറോളജി വിഭാഗം പ്രൊഫസറായിരുന്ന ഡോക്ടർ ജേക്കബ് ജോൺ,
Kerala's test rate is approximately 90,000 people tested out of a 100,000 population. It actually is the maximum proportion tested in the whole of the country for any state. We have detected almost 12% of the population already infected. And how many has United States documented? 12%. Okay, so these are words of comfort. Kerala has done well. All we need now is to articulate this in simple terms and inform the public that although people are criticizing Kerala, there are some very important truths hidden in the Kerala scenario that is lost in the spurt of infections that we are all worried about. That spurt is not causing a spurt in death. Ultimately, the pandemic management is for preventing death and protecting economy and education.
കോവിഡ്-19 ആശങ്ക വേണ്ട, ജാഗ്രതയോടെ നേരിടാം. IGIB CSIR ഡയറക്ടർ ഡോക്ടർ അനുരാഗ് അഗർവാൾ.
As you are well aware, the Delta wave has been driving the second wave in India, arrived slightly later in Kerala compared to North India, has been running longer, which itself sometimes is a testimony to control, but creates a new set of challenges, which David said very correctly, as managed endemicity. So what would managed endemicity look in a time of Delta? What is unique about Delta is that it has very, very effective transmission, even breaks through relative, half-implemented measures like half masks, because the viral load is much, much higher. Immune escape is significant. If you look at single vaccinated population, the protection is barely 30% or so in terms of being able to protect against infection. What it means is that in absence of increased severity but very high transmission, we are looking at a scenario where in most places it continues until immunity causes it to burn out. That immunity can be natural. If it is acquired, it's going to be at least double vaccination. It will not be single vaccination. And the management will be of 3 types. One is controlling the rate of transmission, so the total number of sick people presenting to hospitals remains a manageable number. The second part of management is that high-risk populations quickly get double vaccination because you want to protect them from severe disease. And part number 3 would be to ensure that at least transmission measures are in place. Regular routine checking to block transmission is perhaps not a practical measure within India. Focusing on physical measures is perhaps as much as we can do, but advocating universal physical measures will simply not work. So we would have to particularly highlight places where transmission is most active, most likely to gather momentum into an exponent that we can't control, become strict over there while relaxing elsewhere. I'll end with only one other point. We should not look only what is beyond our nose. One of the things is this virus has evolved into Delta. It will evolve further. There is no doubt about it.
COVID-19 ആശങ്ക വേണ്ട, ജാഗ്രതയോടെ നേരിടാം.